a nature podcast brought to you by Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center in Cedar Hill, Texas. This is a podcast that will take you into our 200-acre wildlife preserve in the heart of the DFW Metroplex. Take a quick weekly break with us and get outside with the fresh air, the trees, and of course, the birds. My name is Kirsten, and I'm Center Coordinator Community Programs here at Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center. Welcome, listeners, to our Days at Dogwood Canyon podcast. This is a podcast about nature, birds, plants, and us. We will talk about how we all rely on each other to live our best lives. Spring is upon us at the recording of this episode, and we wanted to show some love to a plant that is typically overlooked and underappreciated: switchgrass. Switchgrass is a native grass to the lower 48 states, Hawaii, and Canada. Its scientific name is Panicum virgatum and is also known as wand panic grass. That one's interesting. I don't really know why, and I couldn't find a good reason why it's called wand panic grass. This is a clump-forming warm season grass with open lacy spray and small seeds. Let me say that again. This is a clump-forming warm season grass with open lacy spray and small seeds. That sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. At flowering time, there are purple stigmas at the ends of the stems that blow luxuriously in the wind. I'm selling you on this grass, aren't I? Oh yeah, I can feel it. Switchgrass can grow from 3 to 10 feet and spreads through rhizomes, which means you really only need to plant a few plants to cover a large space. They will eventually grow throughout the space with very little help from you. Switchgrass is considered a loose sod former with large, open, finely textured reddish-purple seed head. The bright green leaves will grow up and down the stem in spring, while in fall the plant will turn a bright yellow. Now, not like I'm dyeing yellow, but just a nice bright yellow that will add some fall color to your garden. Switchgrass is a perennial, which means it comes back every year without needing to be planted again. I love that because, well, loyal listeners, as you know, I am a lazy gardener. The rich yellow color will last throughout winter, which is another added bonus. Blooming time is from August to November, and it is pollinated by the wind. That's why the blooms are at the very ends of the grass. Now, this is a pretty tough grass. Its native habitat is dry or moist prairies, which really, that covers pretty much all the prairies. It can also be found on bluffs, which is, of course, perfect for wind pollination, stream banks, and open woods. It is found in moist and seasonally damp open spaces all across Texas, including along roadways, with the exception of the Trans-Pecos area. It's not terribly picky about the soil either, because whether it's sandy, loamy, clay, or limestone, it seems to grow just fine. It can even handle a bit of standing water. If I haven't won you over yet with this spectacular description of this native grass, how about this? It is a boon to wildlife. The seeds are eaten by ground-dwelling songbirds and game birds such as the bobwhite quail. Who doesn't love a quail? They're so adorable. It also provides cover and nesting materials for birds, of course, small mammals, and reptiles. Wait, there's more. It is the larval host plant for the Delaware skipper and the dotted skipper, two lovely little butterflies that look an awful lot like paper airplanes when they're perched. And they also provide food for birds in the form of their caterpillars. Switchgrass can also be a good grass for livestock, as it is a fair grazing grass. Boy, this grass seems to have it all. It's just missing our attention and respect. So where can we find this grass at Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center? Why, in our prairie in front of the building. Yes, that grass we let grow so tall in the spring and summer, some of that is actually switchgrass, and we let that area grow because it is a small piece of blackland prairie that we manage in front of our building. It's not just laziness on our part. We're actually growing a little bit of the blackland prairie. Now, my favorite thing about this area is watching the painted buntings hanging off the ends of the grasses eating seeds in the spring and summer. Okay, now I know that I've won you over and you cannot wait to get some switchgrass in your garden. Our spring native plant sale is coming soon and we often have switchgrass available. So you can help support native plants, native animals, and us when you order from our plant sale. Now, I know that was a bit of a shameless plug, but sometimes you just gotta do it. I'll put a link in our show notes for the plant sale. Now, we currently have switchgrass growing in our prairie area, and we'll be happy to point it out to you. So, listeners, I hope to see you all out at Dogwood Canyon Audubon Center soon looking for switchgrass.